Now
When-
trying to give some
Nice
mad
goal.
floppy toppy. I mean,
And it's real annoying because they'll never know what that is, what we're talking about. When we're like, oh god, that's so fucking scary. That's
They'll
loud.
never know who that fella. At
Because-
some point, we're gonna have to like actually splice up that sound itself and put it inside the recording so that
No,
they can hear what we're talking about.
what are you guys talking about? It's Craig. Everybody knows about Craig, right? Like, you don't
There he
just walk
goes again.
outside and have this just dude that just stares, waiting for you to wake up. Nobody else has that.
Okay,
like-
he's still clear, so it'll still work. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He's
It's
like,
fine. It's fine.
What are you guys talking about? Everybody knows Craig.
Everybody was It sounded like he got really defensive about everybody knows Craig.
Well,
He's shuffling it in seed. Everybody knows Craig.
he's my
Come on.
friend. Everyone should know about him.
I know
Okay, so
Craig.
this is our third start at this. This is take 3. So I have to say again for the third time, these are my two new beautiful co-hosts. We have the Battle of 1812 Isaac and Nora Moro Aaron. Skylar is no longer with us. He's decided that he's gonna go declare a war on heaven, and I couldn't stand by him with that, being a devout religious man myself, but I wish him well on his journey against God.
Yeah.
What did I say last time? That he fell out of an airplane and broke his jaw, and he's here and just can't talk.
Yeah.
Jumped out of the helicopter and messed up his little trick because he was like a stunt diver.
Skylar's actually, he got enlisted into the Great Emu War. He time traveled, so he's not even in this time right now. He time traveled
No,
back.
he's back in Australia in like 1913 or whenever it was.
Yeah,
side
he's
is he
fighting
fighting
off all
on?
of the emus. The emus.
Not against the emus, man.
No, he's fighting with the emus.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
good.
tired of them. Damn, it's 1932.
Get rid of the
Skylar
Mason
Skylar
monkeys. I don't want
really
them
hates
anymore.
the indigenous Australians. We always had to edit that out on the podcast, but like every couple of
Not
minutes he'd be like,
surprised.
them fucking indigenous.
Yeah, he kept saying it with such like a toxic tone. He really used the word aboriginals like
We can't say that or he'll sue me. We can't actually say that. He'll sue me. I'm gonna get a
How
cease
far are
and
you gonna go
desist.
into this?
disclaimer. This is a really funny big joke. He didn't actually hate the Australians. He did actually go back in time to fight in the war, but
And he
Yes, he
does
said-
actually hate the British. That is actually true.
well,
I will out
don't
him
all
for
of
that
us hate
one.
the British. I feel like
Yeah.
that's just really
I
Par for the
remember
course.
one time he like went on this big huge rant. This is real. He went on this big huge rant about how he hated the British, and I was like, okay, but you know, you'd fuck some British girl, and he just sat there and pouted for a little bit.
because he knew that
I wouldn't
if
be
it came
happy
down
about it.
to- if it came down to his ethics against the British versus getting some of that bloody good pussy, lad.
Bloody good pussy.
Bloody
They
good
prefer-
pussy.
They prefer the term tea and crumpets.
But like, sex
okay.
with a
He
British girl would
definitely
always
has-
be bad.
Hold
It
on,
would always be
starting
bad.
topic. Starting topic right now. Would you British girl? Yes or no?
No,
Oh,
because
good
it's like
heavens.
spunk, and I hate it.
Oh my god, that's right. Back when like the Coca-Cola company, Dasani or whatever, tried to put water, sell water back in Britain, and they were like, our water's got spunk. And the British are like,
That's what they call
Spunk?
porn too. is
yeah,
spunk.
Yeah,
They're
and
like,
every time,
it's got
dude,
sperm in it, eh? And it's like, no, that's not what we mean.
Oh, that's what you were going for, yeah.
They actually said our water's got spunk, and it's like, I don't want sperm in my water.
I bet there were.
it would
I
make
bet there
drinking
are
it
at least-
easier.
You think? Hold on, hold. Have you tasted?
Absolutely.
There have
Have
been
you
several
not?
times where he's come up to me and he'll go, "Don't you actually ever get curious and try to taste your own?"
Bro, that's what Chris Chan does. He pours in a shot glass and then pours orange Fanta
Okay.
in it and drinks it.
No one said to
I
like
would have to
get the
censor
flavor
every
in
time
here.
we say the word. I'm gonna have to censor that. That is absolutely a no-no on YouTube.
We're starting off strong here. Look, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You've never had like a moment where you're just kind Like, man, I wonder.
Okay,
Oh my God.
okay. Look, completely on the record. I've totally dabbed my tongue on it maybe once.
Dab
No,
your tongue?
no.
Aw, man, that's...
Look. The only reason I did it was because I would. Oh God, I'm gonna have to censor so much. This is such a bad start. The only reason I would do it is because I would. I would in a girl's mouth and she would act like it was terrible. So I was like, "There's no way it's that bad." And I went like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, they're fucking babies. It's not that bad. I could
Dude.
totally eat this."
Okay, taste-wise, as long as you eat well, it's fine. It's the texture, though. Like, usually it's the texture that's
Oh my
very
God.
off-putting.
They told me it tasted like
Really? How so?
chemicals.
Sometimes it does.
What?
That usually
Yeah,
means you
they
eat
told-
poorly.
Yeah,
I
feel like
eat meat and vegetables and water, and that's it. Those are like
Yeah,
my
if you
three
eat like
food
too much
groups.
meat, it's gonna end up tasting like chemicals.
you're not eating
I'm
enough
pretty much a
fruit.
carnivore.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but like imagine the succulent juices of like a peach pouring down the side of your cheek every now and again.
Yeah.
I want
Fruits are delicious.
some succulent peach juices. Fruits are delicious. What's your favorite fruit? Go.
Plums. Plums and
Pear.
pomegranates. Pears? Pears are good.
Pineapple. I really like pineapple.
Pineapple's also really good. Did you know pineapples are grapes?
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
pineapples are considered grapes.
No.
And
I got Google in front of me right now.
The entire cluster of pineapple is several smaller fruits that are like really closely put together. So it's just a clumpet of grapes.
Oh, dude, that's fucking sick.
Do you not actually trust me?
A clump
No.
of grapes?
Most berries aren't even like things that are named berries aren't actually berries. The
I
only
did know
like
that.
thing like bananas are berries.
Yeah.
Watermelons are
I
berries.
just
think.
Googled it and it just keeps saying pineapple is an ovary. Shut up. I typed in are pineapples grapes and Google just keeps telling me pineapple is a type of composite fruit, which means it has developed many ovaries.
Yeah.
Okay, but is it a grape? Yes or no?
But that's what a grape is. A grape is
gonna say.
composite ovaries. You get many little baby plants within like the
I'm trying to
section of
deposit
grapes.
into some ovaries, if you know what I'm saying. And I
trying
have
to
to
have some
accept do
kids?
that.
What's your
No, I got a
latest joke gonna
vasectomy in
be?
2016.
Wait,
I
that's
haven't none of
real?
them. That's real. Yes, that's real.
That's actual. You
real.
keep saying that.
That's
Oh,
real. Yeah.
okay. Well, fuck
I-
yeah. Good for you.
I haven't done
neutered.
that. I'm still
should.
firing live rounds. Nope.
Nope.
Isaac still wants to shoot up the
I'm
party,
not
you
putting.
know?
If I'm ever getting a surgery, it's to put robot arms on my back so I can hold more bitches when I throw them around. Or
Yeah,
have
everybody
raised
always
heavy-
says like I want to replace my arms with robot arms. Why not give yourself more arms, idiot?
Yeah.
Look
Oh,
at
that's
Forearms
always.
from Ben 10. He's so cool.
Exactly.
Like, there's
If you have
nothing
more arms, you
wrong
can do
with
more
my
things.
arms other than I don't have more of them. So just get more of them. That's all
Okay.
there is to it.
So, what's your first thing that you're doing with 4 arms?
Well,
First thing I'm doing with forearms is I can finally hold all of my dick.
Man, finally.
The podcast is instantly a different vibe because you two bring out a different version of me. This is immediately a different. We're gonna lose viewers because they came. We're gonna lose our old viewers and get new ones who are different because have come to like expect a certain type of vibe, and it's immediately off now.
Look, we just want maximum pleasure for our audience, okay? Like,
Oh yeah, I
I'm
want to
always seeking
maximally
maximum
pleasure the
pleasure.
audience.
Hell yeah.
come to our live show.
No,
We'll pleasure you.
There is some context I should probably give to the audience. Okay, I haven't been on Twitter because there was no update to give. Skylar and I were having difficulties finding a living situation, and that's what was preventing us from recording. And after we finally found a living situation, he decided that this isn't something that he would like to do anymore. That's why he's actually not here. Real answer. So yeah, it's been like 3 months of me trying to find us a place to live, and then I didn't even find us a place to live. I found me a place to live. I couldn't even do that one little thing. That's our Twitter has been dead, and now it's gonna be dead forever because my phone broke and I'm not getting a new one.
Yeah, who needs phones? We'll just go the good old organic way.
Yeah, I'll use Google Chrome on my PC.
Woo!
Dude, I paid extra money when I got this phone to have insurance on this phone because I break
Well,
phones
that's
like
your
a
first
a
mistake.
motherfucker. So then my phone broke, like my phones do. They break very quickly.
Uh-huh.
And I call and I'm like, "Hey, my phone's broke. Can I order a new one?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, let's just look up your account. Okay, yeah, we see you have insurance here. It's gonna be $227." I'm like, "Wait, hold on. I thought I had insurance." "Yeah, that's with the insurance." "Okay, yeah, I don't want a phone. I'm good. Bye." No phone. Not worth it. It's a porn machine to me.
It's really not.
It-
It really doesn't do a whole lot other than that.
It's Go ahead.
I can't. Thank you. I can't remember the last time I called someone with outside of like just getting in a call or something.
Okay, flashback to when we first met and you made me add your phone number to my phone and you said don't message me on Discord, only text me, and then proceeded to never text me and only message me on Discord.
Yeah, I
Yes, he
hate
just
getting
wanted to
called,
see.
but like showing up in a room like this is different from being called. If you call
I
me on
feel the same
Discord,
way. I feel the same way. A Discord call, it almost feels like we're sitting on a couch together.
yeah,
Because there's so many like little activities and ways that we can include ourselves into what the other one is doing. It's not like a phone call where it's just a voice. Like I can start a watch event right now and we can watch funny YouTube videos, or I can stream my screen and like we can watch each other play fucking games and shit. Like it's so much different than a phone call. Like yeah, it's voice, but there's so much more to it.
yeah. Speaking of games, have you guys tried out Diablo 4 yet?
I did. I recorded like an hour and a half. That's what they're watching right now. You, the viewer, you're watching Diablo 4 right now. That's what you're watching. I
Are
know.
you
I'm
No!
calling
enjoying
you
the
out.
Diablo 4 gameplay?
Wow!
All you little slappies.
You
Are
little
you watching Diablo?
sloppy.
You little
Ew.
slapper.
No,
What?
don't call us sloppers.
I think Diablo 4 is mid. And it might just be because I played as Necromancer, but I don't know what else I was realistically supposed to play as.
I don't know. Like I hope that it's like we're having growth problems with the beta because like I feel like the HUD is missing a lot of its components. I feel
Oh yeah, your HUD
the
was just broken. I
my
remember.
HUD my HUD was broken. Like I'm in the dungeon, I press tab to pull up a map, and it's like you walked this way a little bit, and I'm like, can you give me more than just the dots of where I've been?
You couldn't even see or add any abilities to your bar, right?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't
You
mess
were
with my
auto
bar in the
attacking the
slightest.
whole time.
I was. And it was weird. Well, I could whenever
Aaron
I'd
can't
level
play
up.
it because he just now set up his computer yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah,
look,
he just
man.
had it. No, it was on Friday. It was on Friday night.
It was on
Oh.
Friday.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
we
on
missed
Friday.
yesterday because somebody went to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at me. I'm Aaron. I have a job. I have to clock in and get paid and pay bills. Look at me.
Hey, we're not making fun of people with jobs. We're making fun of people who have jobs and don't schedule around them properly. I have a job
Yeah, so like
and I'm
everyone has
doing
a
it.
job.
No.
Yeah,
Especially
I don't
you.
have a job. I had a job for one day last week, and then I went in and then went home. And
You
I
also
haven't been
stole
back.
some of their food.
Yeah, I took some of their food because I was working in the kitchen. So I was like, well, if I'm going to be here, I might as well benefit off of it. And I made myself a bunch of gas station hot dogs, sat down and ate them, and then I left.
How
You
long was the
seriously
hiring
gaming the
process?
system.
The hiring okay, so I think I accidentally finessed myself into the wrong job because there are two gas stations out here. There's Love's and then there's Flying J's. And I
Yeah.
think I applied to the Love's, but then I went to the Flying J's for my interview and then got a job. So I wasn't even working at the right place. So the fucking the Love's is probably like, where the fuck is that dude at for his interview?
You're kidding. You're
Yeah,
kidding.
because I walked into the Flying J's and I was like, "Hi, I'm here for an interview." And they're like, "Oh, we don't have any interviews today. Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I applied for this position." And they're like, "I mean, yeah, we have that position open, so I guess it's real." But yeah, I looked at my email after the fact and I totally applied for the wrong. I totally went for the interview at the wrong place and got a job anyway.
You
Just
goofy,
fucked with the competition.
silly little yeah. Could you
That's-
imagine some other guy was totally getting ready to apply there, and then he sees that it's taken like the next day, and he's like,
He
"Oh
can have
shit!"
it.
And then he
have it.
goes to the Loves, and it's like, "There's all these applications for this one. How come that one's already taken? What's going on?" You basically monopolized the
I'm
job
keeping
business.
everyone unemployed.
Yeah,
I'm
then-
destroying capitalism from the inside.
Not to mention, you're taking 2 weeks out of like these companies' processes to show up, eat their food, and then leave.
I ate like 6 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh God, your
Oh my
stomach
God.
must hate you.
I love gas station food. It's so good.
It's because
It
you're
hits
a rat.
different.
You're a little raccoon.
No, I'm a bear and I have to fucking block up my mouth to prepare for hibernation. Did you know that's what they do? They like gorge themselves and eat so much so they take such a huge shit that it can't come out of the asshole.
Yeah. It takes
then
them.
they
It
just-
takes them as long to shit as it takes them to sleep. So
and then
they'll
they just
wake up.
sleep on that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It be
Bears
like
are
that
wild.
sometimes. Sometimes you just wake up and you just explode shit in your toilet from all the Taco Bell you ate the day before.
Oh God, I ate too much. Oh.
oh,
Oh.
I can't shit. Have you ever been constipated? Actually,
No, luckily.
it sucks. It's so
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Yeah,
Not a
Closest
fun
thing
time.
I've had. to
Aaron,
that, I think,
hold
is
on.
poisoning.
Tell me about your constipation experience. This is SLOP. We share everything.
You've talked about
hold on.
worse things, Aaron. Just
Is
talk
this-
about
is
your
this-
constipation.
Is this the recording where I talked about tasting my own? I already forgot.
Yes,
Probably.
it is.
Okay, cool.
It
So
is.
if I could talk about
1/3 of a recording. This is the only one where you could have talked about that.
if I could
Not-
talk about tasting my chemical to flex on girls who won't swallow, you can talk about the time you've been constipated.
Look, as long as we like bully you into eating
I respect
more food,
women.
You don't. No, you don't. You
Yes,
do
yes,
not.
at least
Yes,
try to
I
like
do.
cut it with some like whiskey, man. You know, if you're gonna dine on some cum,
God.
it's gotta be gourmet.
That's what Chris Chan did. That's real. He would fucking brag about how he would like jack off into. I don't know if it's morally correct to talk about Chris Chan anymore. Actually,
It might not be.
I don't feel
He
like it was
would-
ever
he would-
morally correct.
okay, it was there for a little bit. I'm on the opinion that like after a certain point, I'm a Christorian. Okay, I've edited the quickie a couple of times. I know everything.
You keep talking about how you're a Christorian and how you've edited the
I'm a
quickie like it
Christorian.
means something.
It
What is
does.
the quickie? His Chris wiki?
Yeah,
is that
and
what
it's-
you say
yeah,
when you say you've
everything.
edited the quickie?
Yeah, it's
Christine
everything
Weston fan
from
where
his
we
We
can
can edit the quickie. Give me a second. I'm gonna go edit the quickie.
You gotta get it proved. You gotta
I'm
get it
gonna-
proved.
I'm gonna edit the gritty.
Don't
Edit the
get the
quickie
fuck
and
out
just
of the
make
gritty.
it say Aaron's name.
No!
Fill every article with Aaron's name and address.
I ever see? Okay, well, I'd be okay with the
Dogs
dress.
my
I mean, people can
co-host.
see that I'm
Real time.
Hey, if you're listening to this viewer, go check the quickie right now and see if it's got Aaron's name, address, phone number, social security card, and
Wait.
credit card information on it.
I thought you said me in a dress, not my address. I don't want.
No,
that.
your address.
That's
You
way
don't
less
want your
fun than
address to
me
be
in a
associated
dress.
with Chris Chan?
Not particularly.
Why would-
Like maybe with Sonichu. Sonichu seems cool. I'll accept
I forgot
that.
you're a Sonic fanboy. You love that little blue bastard, don't you?
Well, yeah. Well, Sonic and me are best friends.
Okay, I have a
Calls me
question
every
about
night before I
Sonic
go to
lore.
bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Silver from Sonic 06? Is he a fusion of Sonic and Shadow? And if
No,
not,
he's
where
from
did
the
he come
future.
from? Where did
Yeah,
he
from the
come
fu-
from then?
He's
Literally
like
from
Trunks.
the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay,
God! Wait.
Trunks.
Holy
Trunks
crap,
has a
wait.
clear Trunks has a clear origin point. He's got a mother and a father. You see him as a baby. Silver
Yeah.
just appears out of thin air.
No, he does. He does have an actual origin point.
What is it?
That they talk about. Not them like the video games or anything. He's from 200 years in the future. Where is it? Where are you from? I've seen it. I've seen the city that he's from. I've heard people talking about it.
He's just from
but-
the city that gets destroyed by the little girl who wants to fuck the little. He gets to. I'm not saying the next words after saying little girl.
I was
Good.
gonna
He
say-
gets-
No.
He's from the future that exists because the girl who, like, if she cries, she unleashes the big lava snake. I've been watching the Super Mega Let's Play of this, so I'm a little bit up to date on Sonic 06 lore.
The super lavas. Are you talking about?
There's like a big
Chaos?
lava snake. No, his name is he's the Iblis Trigger, and if she
Iblis-
cries, it breaks the seal that holds him. and then he gets unleashed and destroys everything. And he's just from the future where Sonic dies, and then she cries about it, and then everything gets destroyed. But like, where was he when she was crying? Where, like, if everything was destroyed, he had to have existed before that because everything died. So he couldn't have had a mother and father that birthed him in the future where everything's dead.
I mean, why
So
are
he
we assuming that like Silver didn't come from immaculate conception, man? What if he's Jesus?
I want to see that fucking bastard on the cross. I want to see Silver crucified with a bunch of.
I want to see him drag that cross up that hill, plant it himself, get crucified, and then come back to life in 3 days' time.
What is it? What is it that he says? It's no use. Take this.
You know,
I watched the Game Grumps. I remember.
Is that what he said when they like fucking slammed the nails into his hand? It's just very.
It's
comedy.
no
It's like,
use.
no use.
As the Romans are piercing his hands into the cross, it's no use.
That'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny. So I can't find exactly where he's from. The only
I
thing
can't
that's
either.
consistent is 200 years in the future. I'm
He's
pretty
from
sure
the
he
future.
just wait.
He
no,
just
no, no.
descended from
Wait.
the heavens with his arms outstretched and then didn't know anything because
Like
Blaze the
Christ.
cat has.
Like
Yeah,
Christ on high. I've
Blaze the
actually
cat is his David.
I've clicked on Silver's future and boom, it's brought me over to a tab that's got his like origin and everything. So I'm gonna read that now.
What's the name of his mother and father? If he doesn't have a mother and father, he's Jesus Christ.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Yeah?
I don't see a name.
Oh.
Yes, yes, Jesus the Hedgehog. Let's go.
Jesus the Hedgehog,
He is
yes.
pure white too. It
He
makes
is.
sense.
Our real
Sonic
Aryan
fan
prince.
theorist.
Right.
Aryan Prince, don't cry. He beats up Shadow. That's a hate crime.
No, Silver, don't do it.
He beats up Shadow and then takes his fucking his ice. He takes his Chaos Emeralds.
He puts his fist in the air. Hell yeah. And it's like, no, Silver, you don't know what you're doing.
You
Stop
don't know what
that.
you're doing. Stop.
It's a really bad thing that you're doing.
Do you remember that guy who taught his girlfriend's dog how to do the Nazi salute and then he got arrested for that?
Yeah, it's Count
Did
Dankula.
they actually arrest him?
He was in jail for that. I'm pretty. What's his name?
It's Count
He just
Dankula.
said it,
Mr.
Count Dankula.
Yeah, Count Dankula.
Yeah, he's cool.
Mark Meechan?
I think he got arrested for that.
I don't remember him getting arrested, but I do remember it like.
Okay, he went to court. They were going to send him to jail, and he went to court and avoided it.
Okay, but he was convicted of being grossly offensive, and literally anybody.
Yeah, that
can
sounds
be
like the
grossly
British.
Offensive. Yep.
You're grossly offensive every day.
He's got
It's like when you
snake
open your little
bites
mouth.
and ear gauges, so they already don't like him. He's called Count Dankula. The Transylvania community is going wild over this one.
I'm more of a Count Orlov guy myself.
Count Orloff.
He
I'll find
rocks.
this on there.
Nosferatu's it's a classic.
All right,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
this is a little suspicious because at first it's like he taught it to raise its paw. Yeah, that's like shaking or waving or anything.
I
But then
had a dog
also-
here named Mila, and I go Mila hand, and then she sticks her hand straight up. Am I going to jail now? I didn't teach
supposedly
her
he
that.
also taught it to react to the phrase "Do you want to gas the Jews?" So
That's
a little-
That's
It's
a
about the
little different.
specificity.
yeah.
I didn't ever read about
if-
that.
Just the paw. You could easily say, "Oh, look, that dog! He's throwing up the Nazi symbol." No, that's just how his shoulder sits. But if he only does it when you go, "Do you want to?"
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, you're kind of sending a specific message with that one.
Now,
We're
do I
teaching
think
our
Count
animals to
Dankula is-
admire war crimes.
Now, do I think Count Dankula is an anti-Semite? No. But do I
No,
think that's a
obviously
little
not.
edgy? Most definitely.
Absolutely
most
edgy.
people these
Ridiculously
days aren't
edgy.
any kind of specific thing. They're just
Anya
extremely
is
edgy.
definitely an anti-Semite.
Oh,
No, he's
obviously.
cured now because Jonah Hill said so.
He also made
Wait,
graduation.
what? Hold on, I want to hear this.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
what?
Kanye West made a post recently where he's like it was the cover of 21 Jump Street, and he's like, I'm not an anti-Semite anymore because of Jonah Hill. And it was like, what?
He says he made me like Jewish people again.
Yeah.
Me at Jerry Seinfeld. JK, I've always liked Jewish people.
Jewish
Yeah,
people
well,
are cool.
guess what?
Are
Yeah,
you
I
about to
think-
say
Oh.
expletive?
Yeah, basically. That's basically what I was going for.
No
I just
expletives
wanted to go
allowed.
on record as the first episode of SLOP Season 2, Episode 1. Their worldviews do not relate to mine. I am a good man. I love
I don't
everybody.
even have
He's gonna throw
worldviews.
us under the bus?
No. He's gonna throw me under the bus because I've
They
I've
can
been
throw.
run
I've done
over.
nothing.
I know because you
Aaron-
also try to throw me under the bus, but I've
Look-
been run over by the bus 18 different times, and every time the bus has lost. So guess
We've
what?
already decided our archetypes. I'm the ding dong. Isaac's the Chris, and Aaron's the Julian.
Well,
Yes, we're not Game Grumps. We're Oni Plays. Yes.
I'll. What is it that Aaron used to say before every Let's Play? If I ever start a Let's Play, kill me. If I'm ever Aaron Hansen, kill me. I don't even want to fuck his wife.
Well,
If you come to the Discord and
Gee,
see that I've
gross.
changed my name to Aaron Hansen, just kill me. Send the
I'll
drones
ban
in.
you.
Holy Christ. Could you imagine Aaron listening to this and then going, why doesn't he want to be me? Why doesn't he want to fuck my wife?
Aaron, look, I've already like publicly. Why doesn't Mr. Bones, aka Trey of Slop, want to cuck me? Why?
He's
Aaron,
like Chico in real
Aaron,
life.
look, I'll say it right now. If you get on your feet and grovel before me, then maybe I'll cuck you. Maybe.
Oh, dude,
I
are
hope
we
he
gonna...
hears this. Get me a creator clash. Let me fight Aaron.
I was
Get me
gonna
in
say YouTuber boxing.
there. Get me in there.
Yeah. It'd
Aaron
be really
Hansen, I
funny.
took 3 years of Krav Maga. I'll fuck you up. This is a threat.
I haven't taken any fighting. I'm just gonna. I want to punch someone. I'll fight anybody.
Isaac's actually a mattress. Like, unironically, he is just a California king-size bed. He was my bed, and then it just stood up one day and was like, hey, let's record.
Hey, dude, do you want to like hang out or something sometime? You haven't watched the sheet in years, so I think I'm a person now.
Hey, I wash my sheet every 2 weeks.
No, you don't. I've seen the stains on that thing. Nasty.
Icky.
Yeah.
Do you have stains on your
It's
mattress,
because-
Isaac?
That's just because Louis sweats so much in his sleep.
No.
Ah.
Poor cat with no sweat glands sweating all the time. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, who has stains on their sheet? Go ahead and confess it. Go ahead. If
Raises.
if you have stains on your sheet, if you have stains on your sheet, like, comment, and subscribe. You just like us for real.
If you have stands on your sheet, also like and subscribe. I have
And give me
the
a
world.
stand.
Dude, I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure so much.
So good.
Fun.
Okay, but
Good
like,
time.
here's the thing. My
Aaron,
favorite.
has Aaron watched JoJo? Aaron, have you watched or read JoJo? Yes or no?
He's at the
I've
very
watched
least
like
the first 2 seasons.
Let
First
him, man.
3.
Don't answer for him. What are you, his dad?
Yeah,
I haven't seen like 4 or 5 or Jolene, but
Well, you've seen up to Stardust Crusaders. Stardust Crusaders is the best one, and I'll die on that hill.
you know what? I was about to say that's actually my favorite one because I know everyone says that like what was it, part 7 or part 6? Which one has
I think-
D for C?
I think the most popular one is Steel Ball Run, but it's only popular in Japan. And then here, I'm pretty sure it's Golden Wind or Diamond is Unbreakable in the US.
My favorite is actually I never remember the name of the parts. The one with holy help! My brain is gone. Entertain them while I go find it.
quick, get it back. Mine's Battle Tendency.
Aaron, what's
I
your
really like
favorite
that
stand from Battle Tendency's pretty good. Most
Yeah.
people just like Battle Tendency for Joseph, though, which I completely understand. He's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Joseph's really
Joseph's
funny
fun.
Yeah.
at every single turn. That just the fact that he goes, my ultimate move, running away, and it's like you're not even faster than him. He's probably gonna catch you if he decides to chase you. The only reason it works is because you so powerfully, so confidently, I'm going to leave. That he's like, huh?
Yeah, you're
Jonathan
banking off of the
whooped
head
his
start
ass.
every time.
Most
If Jonathan
definitely.
saw him do that, he would bend him over his knee and spank him.
Oh,
Absolutely,
unquestionably.
but that's also why he was raised with no father figures. So obviously, he's a
Jonathan
little
would
quirky.
fucking hate every single one of his descendants. He would hate, especially Jotaro. Jotaro
Yeah.
would call his mom a bitch, and Jonathan would start smacking the hell out
He'd
of him.
spin around and turn him into dust, and he's like, "You don't talk to your mother that way. Do you hear me?" Oh my god.
Oh,
He's
Jonathan,
an
a
actual
rotten little
gentleman.
patriarch. Yeah. Yeah, gentleman.
He sure is. I've never heard him described like that, but it's true. He's a little fucking patriarch. He is.
He would just sit there on his little throne and get angry at all of his children for being cool. He's like, I don't like the way that you dress. Why do you look like that?
He would see. How do you think he would react to Giorno? Because that, like, if you want to get technical, Giorno was made with Jonathan's like cum, so
Yeah, with
it's
his teeth.
Jonathan's baby.
Yeah, but he's
So-
got
He looks like Dio.
little Dio parts mixed into it for fun.
He
But-
just said, "I'm blonde now."
Yeah,
When he was like 9.
He'd be like really
Oh.
confused. I can tell you right now that this living Versace ad walking into Jonathan's kitchen, like
Living Versace.
they would have to like restrain him, or else he would do like a hate crime.
yeah. Also, he's a criminal. Just actually, he works with
He
the mafia and steals from people. Everything from petty theft to literal murder. He's just gone for it.
He threw a dude in a garbage truck after he
Yeah.
punched his spine out of his back.
So obviously, Jonathan's not going to respond very, very nicely. I feel like I don't have any of their names correctly.
No, Jonathan, you're right. It's Jonathan,
Yep.
Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke, Giorno, Jolene, Jonathan again, but he goes by Johnny. Then it's Josuke again, and now we're on Joe Dio.
Joe Dio?
Dio just inserted himself into it.
Did you guys not know the part 9 JoJo lands? His name is Joe Dio.
No, I don't know a whole lot of JoJo. I just watched the 3rd season and was content. From
Hold on,
there,
I'm gonna send you a picture of this guy.
I really want to see this.
from
He
there
also
I
has-
kept going.
He also has a trans sister, and in like the first chapter, the cop is like, "I'm gonna like face fuck your trans sister," pretty much.
Whoa!
Yeah, like,
Whoa.
okay, they get pulled over by the police because like they have a stolen car, and the
Okay,
police
yeah.
is like, no, this car is fucking stolen. This is not your mom's car. So then like they pull her over and they start like feeling up his trans sister, and then he like goes to touch her cooch, and she's trans. So she's got like what do they call it? The bussy is the other one. What's the one for the trans girls? He
You mean,
feels
like-
a penis. I'm not transphobic. I just don't know what the word is. He feels a penis.
It's probably
then
just still a penis.
Oh,
That's
but
all it is.
I'm old and they're slang. Like I only just learned about bussies 6 months ago.
Okay, then
girl cop?
slap a big old
Talking about
sticker.
some girl
I'm
cop?
old and don't know the word. What?
You talking about some girl cock?
Yeah, he touches her girl cock, and then he's like, "Well, if I can't fuck you, at least I can fuck your face, pretty much." And
Whoa.
then he comes back and he's like holding down Joe Dio, and then he's like, "I'm gonna bring you and your little sister into the fucking the downtown, and then I'm gonna like I can't wait to feel your fucking face in between my crotch. I've been thinking about your faces in between my crotch since we last met." Talking
What?
to an underage child and his trans sister.
Oh my god.
Why is it so violent? What a fucking beginning!
Araki does
I-
not like
I
the
don't-
police.
I mean, I can tell, and you know what? I'm on board, but like still.
Yeah,
Of
he
course
does a
you're on
lot.
board. Of course you're on board.
I'm on
You've
board
only
too.
ever
Fuck
hated
the
the
police.
police.
Fuck the police.
But you have a reason. Aaron's literally walked up to a police station and he just like starts flipping it off, and then he's like, "Why are they mad at
Hell
me?"
yeah, that's based as fuck, Aaron. That's
Literally,
based in...
Yeah, you know what can I say? I'm just a hero in these parts. it's my
a
everything.
hero of our time.
Just-
I would consider that heroly behavior. Okay, look, I'm sending it to the general chat so even Craig can see. No, don't paste Craig. This is
Craig, are you
Joe.
looking at that?
He better be looking at it. He's a part of SLOP now.
Yeah, come on, Craig. You gotta pull your weight.
Is
Everyone,
this?
you haven't heard from Craig yet because he's one of our silent co-hosts.
Yeah,
but,
he says really
just know
terrible
that he's
stuff,
there.
so he stitched his mouth shut before this recording.
We're trying to
That's
keep
not to
ourselves
say that
monetized,
we've
so we have to keep
necessarily-
Craig behind a wall.
Yeah. That's not necessarily to say that he stopped saying any of those bad things. He's just sitting in the corner signing to me right now. Oh,
That's
man,
that's Joe
particularly
Dio.
hateful. Which one?
Yo.
Where'd you send it to?
I sent it to
Oh,
the
there it is.
recording chat. His stand is called.
Yeah, I know. I looked him up.
Oh, you looked it up.
November Rain.
Yeah,
of
I'm
course I looked
really.
him up.
Backless hoodie?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm
it is a
really-
backless hoodie.
Oh fuck! I just remembered what his fucking sister's name is. Her name is Dragona. That's a terrible name to give your trans character.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wait,
That's
are you? Time out. That's not real. There's no way that that's
her
real.
name. Her name is Dragona Joestar. Yeah.
How can we infer to the audience that you're gonna be okay, buddy?
Like, I get what he's going for. I'm pretty sure Dragona is Dragoness in Spanish, but like, that's like fucking fuel to the fire for the bad people who will say mean things about her.
It's just giving them an opportunity to make that.
Yeah.
That's-
that-
Oh,
Are
like
they,
drag.
are they in Hawaii?
yeah,
for part 9?
it's Hawaii 2022. Like, COVID is even referenced in it.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So like, what probably
I
happened
love Hawaii.
is during COVID, Araki probably just left Japan and went to Hawaii, and because like anytime he's researching for his parts, he's actually been to Italy before Golden Wind. He's actually been to America and Florida and a fucking big huge prison in Florida for Stone Ocean. So he probably was like, okay, time to go on my vacation during COVID, and went to Hawaii for like 6 months and was like, huh, what if I had a JoJo here?
See, that's what we really
I'm
need.
super-
We need a JoJo for like every state, every country. Patron protector.
Hey, it'll happen eventually. Dude's fucking he shits out those manga parts. It's consistent. Dude takes no breaks. It's like new
It's always
chapter,
going.
new chapter every 3 months, and then a new chapter every 3 weeks for 3 months, and then he takes a month break, and then it's right back to it. He's been doing that since the release.
God damn. That is
Yeah,
a work
he's-
ethic. I respect that.
I mean, like, at least he's not working himself to death like Miura, R.I.P. Miura. At least he's not working himself to death like that, where, like, Miura was literally in the hospital from, like, health issues that he was having from working so much, and his editors would have to be like, Miura, stand down, put the pen down, put it down, and he's over there fucking writing frantically on a piece of paper with smoke coming off of it.
That was the Berserk writer, right?
Yeah, that was Berserk.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
God.
I
That's-
cried harder
that's
when
such
he
a
died
shame.
than Doom died. Yeah, it's an absolute shame.
Such a brilliant mind lost so soon.
It
How
was
old
like,
was he?
he wasn't even super old. I think he was only in his 50s.
Yeah.
He
No,
wasn't.
it looks. Yeah, no, you're right. That's actually, I think that's 55. If I'm doing my math correctly here, I am.
I mean, it's kind of amazing when you think about it, how like young a lot of manga as an art form really is.
54. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
thinking right.
it's only about like 80 years old,
Yeah.
if even that. Because Berserk was one of the like founding fathers of manga. Like Berserk, Fist of the North Star, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure were kind of the ones that popularized the genre.
I still haven't seen Fist of the North Star either.
Okay, look, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Okay, the fucking anime is stupid. It's poopy because the anime is like 30 episodes, right? And
Yeah.
it ends when like the 3rd chapter of the manga does. The anime is like the first 3 chapters of the manga.
Who made
Wow.
that though? Did they incorporate the writer into it at all?
I think they just took a bunch of the like random boss fights of the week from the manga and just put them in a bunch of fucked up orders. Because the whole thing is like the anime is building up between this big huge fight between Kenshiro and his like brother, his Vegeta, and
Yeah.
his I can't remember his fucking name. It's been a while since I've read
Is
Fist
it
of the
Rao?
North Star. Yeah, something like that. His that dude like stole Kenshiro's wife to flex on him because he was mad that their master made Kenshiro the master of the North Star instead of him. And it was because like he was a big dickhead and Kenshiro was like Jotaro. He was calm, cool, and collected. And their master was like, "Oh fuck, Kenshiro, you're so fucking based and red pilled. You get to be the man." So in retaliation, the dude Rao like forcibly cucks Kenshiro. So like the anime is like a big buildup of that fight. So of course they stretch it out a lot. But that's literally chapter 3 of the manga. Is Kenshiro beating the fuck out of him and finding out that his wife is MIA. Or she's KIA, my bad. She killed herself as soon as
no.
As soon as old dude takes her, she's pretty much like fuck you and jumps off of a building.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know
Fist
if
of the
you
North
really
Star
have a better
spoilers.
option.
Sorry, spoilers for this 50-year-old manga.
Okay, well,
Spoiler
see,
alert, after
here's-
we said the spoilers.
Yeah. No protection. We go into this raw.
Yeah.
Is-
Skylar
is-
intentionally
Just like WoW, dude.
one time we fucking intentionally spoiled the ending of Xenoblade 3 to piss off Xenoblade 3 fans. I just like
What's
You-
Xenoblade?
it's an anime game.
Oh, I've never touched this. I just know that he's in a fucking
Smash.
yeah.
The first one's like a real-time strategy game, but then like the second and third one are like gacha games.
You know how much
Yeah,
I
I
gotta say, I'm a huge fan of Xenoblade 2. That is a licensed Nintendo game with anime titties and anime physics. Like there's a girl in that who's just wearing a thong in a licensed Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
this
pretty
is like,
fucking based of Nintendo.
if-
Hold on, I'm gonna
Thanks,
pull her up.
Nintendo. It's the waifu bait I've always wanted.
Yes,
If you
absolutely.
sold capsules, I'd buy all of them.
Okay, but you can't even say that like sarcastically. You've literally been screaming about wanting waifu bait your entire life.
Not my entire life.
I'll come into your room of you bending over backwards to whatever your waifu of the week is. Like, what was the one
You
that
have a
you said,
waifu of
like,
the week.
I do not.
Basically.
I haven't had a waifu of the week in like years at this point.
I have a permanent waifu. She's tattooed on my body.
Oh,
Is
Lukoa?
it
Yeah, it's Lukoa.
the yeah?
That's a choice. I respect it.
I thought your favorite was Misa though.
I fucking Misa's been creeping up. It's either okay. So it was Lukoa for like years and years and years to the point where I got her tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
But like recently, I've been going back and forth between Tifa and Misa. I love them.
Okay. So if I can put a little bit of weight into that, and I know
Look,
it's
this
my
is the girl
own-
from Xenoblade that I was talking about.
You're not
Like-
kidding.
This.
Licensed Nintendo game.
You're not
She-
even. It's just. It's
When she's
just
walking
enough.
behind you, you can see
It's a
her butt
swimsuit.
crack.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Licensed
Wait,
Nintendo
please tell
game.
me that she's an adult.
Yes.
Okay, but like, is it loosely? Because I don't like that.
I don't
Yeah,
even think. Hold on. I think yes, but I also don't think that they're real. So it. Okay, so the thing is like, listen, hold on, no, because I'm about to spit. Let him spit.
Let him spin.
When something's age is like ambiguous, I feel like the thing that matters is one, how much it's sexualized, two, how much it looks like a kid. She doesn't look like a kid. That looks like an adult woman. So if it's what is it? Abet from fucking Skyrim, the like kid who's a vampire who's like 300 years old. I don't care if she's 300 years old. You're fucked up if you're getting horny from that. You're fucked up. You're sick in the head.
Yeah.
But if like you have Cora here who's like, age question mark, and somebody was like, I only masturbate to Cora. Well, okay, fair enough, I guess. You're not breaking any laws. Like there's no like moral ambiguity there.
Yeah.
Sure, fine, I guess so. But so what I was saying before is like Misa and Tifa
I just
are
want
both.
to go on record that Pyra is my favorite. I think she's the best waifu from Xenoblade 2, and she is 500 years old.
Who's Pyra?
Pyra's the redheaded one.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
so
like
you're
main
basic.
one.
No.
So you're the basic. You're in the basic group.
I
then.
like her for reasons other people don't. Other people like her because she's the default. I like her because she's red, she cooks, and she's got honker donker boinky doinkies.
You're
You heard it
really,
here,
you're really
folks. This is
putting
all
her
he
in the
needs.
corner.
Be red,
also-
first and
The
foremost.
corner of being a woman, huh?
She's
You don't
also
like anything like that?
No, just
what
'cause
happened
she's
to
red.
Craig?
Yeah,
Craig
Craig.
is still somebody. Did you see somebody join and leave real quick?
No, I did not.
I saw
I
that.
think Craig had to piss.
Craig
Back,
does
buddy?
take regular
Craig,
pee
we
breaks.
told you to turn on your mic when you go pee.
You don't put that audio in. Like, how else are we going to feed our families?
How else are we gonna feed our families piss?
It keeps the body going, Isaac. It gives you electrolytes.
You guys, I want to fucking call you guys out. These are my two good friends, and they're fucking terrible to me. We are recording this in a private chat in my own personal Discord, and fucking these motherfuckers keep making me pee my pants. I've had to do my laundry like fucking 4 times in a month because they keep actually making me piss myself.
That's
You know
their
what?
own fault.
Yeah,
My
they're
bladder,
just trying to
my
keep you
bladder
warm.
is strong enough. I'm constantly drinking like 2 gallons of water a day, all the way out here in the hottest part of the world. And
Do we-
you're literally like, oh, I'm peeing all the time.
Do we care? Okay, I'm starting to think I might be diabetic, maybe. So I have an
Considering
excuse.
all of your health problems, you might want to double check that because that could be real.
I could, at the very
could be
least,
real.
I probably have a UTI.
Do you do Kegel? Do you do Kegel exercises?
I do Kegel. I do the one where you flex up your
Dude.
cock without flexing your butthole.
Okay.
Mhm.
I do that one.
But
It
like,
makes you really hard. They're getting the horny
Yeah.
side of me that's never come out of any podcast. Okay, little slopper, something you should know about me. I'm a horn dog, and I just always kept it restricted because Skylar. But now I'm an unchained beast.
All right, all you little slopettes, here's the
Ew.
dealio.
we gotta tell you right now that Mr. Bones over here is nodding. That's the clinical term for it.
Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Misa versus Tifa, both
Uh-huh.
of them are like ball and babe, right? Like
Absolutely.
super top
I guess.
tier, the perfect of
Did you
every.
just say? Hold on. Did you just say? I guess.
Well, like, maybe with Tifa's pretty cool, but like,
You don't think off of physical appearance, Misa is a 10. Just off physical appearance. Everything else removed. Just looking at her.
no, personally, no.
What?
What?
Okay, so personal tastes aside, one of them is kind of like a silly little goth babe. The other one has not only like been able to canonically punch asteroids into space and crazy things like that, she's also actively participated in like Congress and stuff.
Yeah.
I had to think about what you were. I was like, when does Tifa get into politics in Final Fantasy? Oh,
You didn't know about her sick political run, man?
Oh, I know about her
He's-
sick political run.
He's had a huge impact on Italian politics.
She sure has. She's got good reputation with the Italians. That was so awesome.
That is-
Whoever did that, if you're listening, I fucking love you.
I salute you, sir. That is legendary.
Oh. But the thing is like, I like them for different reasons. Okay, like
Uh-huh.
Tifa, they're both hot. We've already established that.
Yeah.
But like Tifa, she's a simp. She simps for Cloud throughout the whole game. But like
Yeah.
she's a simp. They're both simps, but they're simps in different capacity. Where like Tifa wants to help you work through your trauma, like slowly, but Misa wants to enable you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's like Tifa will take care of you, and that's what I really appreciate. She's kind of okay.
If you
Wait, time
started
out. I figured it out.
If you started
Tifa's-
crying, Tifa would come up and give you a hug. If you started crying around Misa, she would just sit down and cry with you.
but like
Which sometimes is
Tifa's
nice.
Tifa's kind of like the bro of like the hot chicks.
That
Like,
too, yeah. She'll
hang-
arm wrestle you and like fucking burp in your face or something. She's a little
That's
scrapper.
necessarily my first thought. I don't. Do you want Tifa to like actually burp? And you know, now that I'm saying it out loud, the context of her burping in your face is she is real and wants to hang out with you enough that she ends up doing it.
And she's
So I'm
comfortable
not
enough for you
against
to do it. Misa, you'd never hear her burp ever.
Well, that's not like if you burp in my face, I'm gonna go, "Why'd you do that? That was awful."
Yeah.
But like, if you go, "Tifa's gonna burp in your face," I'm like, "No way, Tifa's real. She was actually in the Italian Congress. This is crazy."
If Tifa burped in my face, I'd go.
Oh yeah, baby, garlic. My favorite.
Oh no, garlic breath is awful.
You know,
I should know. I love garlic.
Okay,
Garlic?
so like during the do you know that like the dude the Robert Pattinson and what's her name, Emma Swan? That's not Emma Swan. What's the Twilight girl's name?
Oh,
Emma Watson.
it's not Emma Watson. I don't even
It's
think
not
her
Emma Watson. She's
Oh.
like diet Emma Watson.
This is actually bothering me.
I'm doing.
Christian Stewart. No.
Christian Stewart.
Yeah. Okay. So her and Robert Pattinson actually got married, right? But then before the ending of the recording of the last Twilight movie, she cheated on him and they got a divorce. So during the recording of the last Twilight movie, I read a thing that he did not shower the whole time, he did not brush his teeth the whole time, and he intentionally ate garlic. So anytime that she had to be close to him or kiss him, he smelled terrible.
That is
Wow,
awesome.
that's some
like-
high-level petty shit if it's true.
Yeah,
It is.
like I gotta respect the petty on that.
Okay, but like I'm gonna be like 100 here. Like I'm not gonna. I don't think garlic would be like a deterrent for me.
Okay, but garlic in addition to BO and also like not washed mouth breath for like at least a month.
Okay, well, see, you're
Yeah,
right.
It's not like you're thinking like garlic bread. I know you're thinking like garlic bread. Dude
I'm
was
thinking
eating
Yeah,
garlic
like the
pepper.
garlic
cloves.
flavor and stuff.
He was
Garlic-
eating garlic cloves.
Raw garlic on its own, and then like you put it through your system, and then it starts to come back out your mouth. It's
He
like
he had like the sulfur breath. You know those
Yeah.
where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, this is egg
mm.
breath.
Ah, cool, dragon's breath, my favorite. I fucking hate the smell. of eggs.
Why does every dog's breath smell like that?
because they eat their own shit.
No, dude,
Dogs,
like,
why do they like shit? Why?
Okay, that's the funny thing. They don't like enjoy it. They just have
Why do
an
they keep?
innate,
Why do my mom's dogs keep eating her out of her fucking cat
because
box
they
then?
have an innate instinct that tells them to go eat the poo poo, because wolves that have pups will have the pups pooping outside of the cave and stuff, but the pups don't know that if you just leave that there, it will tell other things where you are. So the big dogs who will go and like take care of their business away from the cave will have to come back and clean up after them, and they don't have any like doggy bags or anything. So what are they going to do? They eat the poop while it's in their gut. They can walk off somewhere and then they poop it out there. So then our dogs are and so they'll look at poop on the ground and they'll go, that's not supposed to be there, I don't think, even though it's totally fine to be there. So they just go and eat it. And it's
Why
like,
do,
so
why do
you'll
they
even have-
dig it out of the cat box then, and
You'll
then
have-
have a big smile on their face and go,
the big smile is because they think they've done something good, but they haven't. That is the depository, and then I'm gonna clean it up once I get some time. If you leave it alone, it's gonna disappear. Trust me. Not to mention, I am the apex predator. If anything comes out here that like, oh no, I hope it doesn't figure out where I live, I'll shoot it. I'll shoot it with my giant gun that I have. One of my giant. I can give it several
what
different
fucking
flavors
game
of
is it
caliber.
the dogs have guns? Divinity, the dogs have crossbows on their back for some fucking reason.
oh,
That's
that's
how do they-
trash. That's just a good idea.
How do they fire those?
I feel like they might have like a muzzle or something, and
That's
they
what
can,
I
like,
was
tug
thinking.
on
They
it,
flex up their backs or shoulders.
and they don't even have to reload it because it's like, have you watched Puss in Boots 2?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Jack Horner has this crossbow, and it's got an automatic reload system where,
That's just guts.
well, yeah, but so guts, the automatic reload system. They pull it, it fires, and then part of the firing is it also resets itself, so then it loads up a new bolt. So obviously, at some point or another, some handler's gonna have to come around and like jam in a whole new set of bolts. But
It's
they've
called
got like
magazine.
what?
magazine.
It's called a magazine.
You genuinely maxed out your mic for that first bit.
I want to
You're like,
see
"It's a
Charlie
mic
max out
clicker."
Nico's life.
It's probably gonna happen. I mean, he says that he's not gonna win a fight against him. You put Sneeko next to Charlie. I don't care how much taller he is,
Charlie,
how much
that's
buffer.
one of the things I like about him is he's so fucking humble. Dude
Yeah.
is jacked as shit. He's like Kratos.
Yeah, he looks phenomenal, right? But then, so even if Sneeko's got like size on him or anything, you put the two next to each other. One of them wants his girlfriend to have sex with another guy and thinks that other people should let their girlfriends have
Nico, I'll
sex
fuck
with
your
other guys.
girlfriend.
Sneeko, you're such a great guy for letting everybody use your girlfriend. What a generous
Nico, get your
fella.
girlfriend on SLOP and let us fuck her. Oh god, I'm gonna be
The
up all
zone's for
night
swinging
censoring
slop,
stuff.
not being sloppy. Jesus, we have to keep this area clean.
Let's
Imagine
run
if
a
all the-
train on Sneeko's girlfriend with consent, of course.
Wait, is this like a real thing that he said? Like,
Yes!
No, yes,
That's
in
not only
an
a real
actual.
thing he said, it's a real thing that's happened. He's talked about how he went to a party and how like his girlfriend was going up into different rooms with different guys and fucking them. And like,
And like,
okay, look, if you want to be a cuck and that's your lifestyle, I don't fucking care. But he does not look like he's happy about it. He's like almost crying talking about it and advocating for it.
yeah, like
wait,
he
but
actually,
why? Wait, why is he advocating for
I'm
it?
I don't want to know.
I'm fairly certain that he's like in some kind of abusive relationship where she's telling him that this is how it's going to be or else. And so he has no other choice. Because why would a guy stay with a girl who's having sex with other guys all the time and then say, no, I think everybody should have sex with anybody all the time? Unless if
like-
she's saying, no, this is what it should be. And
He-
you have no other argument against it.
He was like, every dude should let his girlfriend get fucked. It's a real test of the relationship because if you actually care about her, you in your relationship, you won't care.
It's.
There's
I
so many
love the
leaks.
response of the guy that he said that to. He's like,
They were all
I
like,
think everyone should get,
"Whoa."
and he's like, huh? Like
Yeah.
this giant dude sitting in this lazy boy leaned forward so fast. I'm certain that he lost like a solid 20 pounds in that single move on his own.
He burned
was-
30,000 calories leaning up.
He was just like, huh? It's incredible. Shout out to my boy for the gains on that singular motion.
He leaned up and he was built like Charlie.
He got moist real fast. You know what I'm saying?
I've been thinking about it at least twice a day since he uploaded. I love Charlie's like petty indirect threat. Or it's called a magazine, pulls out a fucking assault rifle, and then he's like, this right here is also called a magazine, pulls out an automatic pistol.
Pulls out all the biggest guns you could get on the market. This is a magazine, as he points at like the little bits that you load into like a fighter jet or something. And he's just like, I could say that I'll kill you, Sneeko, but that's not worth my time. So I'm gonna educate you in the process. And it's like, Charlie, you're so phenomenal.
I'm so tired of people shitting on him. Like, people.
Dude, it's not even
don't-
people shitting on him. The only people that don't like him are the people who have heard it from Sneeko first. And he's created this echo chamber where people will sit in it and go, yeah, Charlie's a bad guy.
There's a bunch of shit I see on Twitter where people like they don't like the kind of content he makes on YouTube now. And like one, he's not a YouTuber anymore. He's a Twitch streamer. He literally streams on Twitch he uploads to YouTube,
Yeah.
but most of it is related to his Twitch streaming in some way, shape, or form because he's uploading to Twitch every single fucking day. He's on there live streaming.
So what don't they like about his Twitter, the YouTube
Because
stuff?
he's not going like anymore. And
like
but,
saying all the goofy, funny stuff that he used to do.
But like, two, also his content now is more focused towards like internet news, which like is very important to somebody like me who like I care about the state of the internet and news, but I don't want to follow fucking Pokimane on Twitter because I don't care about what Pokimane's doing all the time. But if somebody at Twitch is fucking over Pokimane, you damn right I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll talk about literally anything.
Anything.
Like
He was talking about the Afro Man raid.
He was talking
Which,
he was also talking about the TikTok hearing in Congress. He's talking about the Afroman raid. What else was he talking about recently?
You better believe if Trump gets arrested, he's going to be on that.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Honestly, didn't he You know what? I don't even know if it's gonna be real or not. I'm 1,000% certain it's a publicity stunt. For who? It could just as easily be like the Democrats going, yeah, we're gonna arrest Trump, as
Because
it
it
could
was
be
supposed to
Trump
happen
going,
last Wednesday, right? Where's the court
Yeah.
case?
yeah. When is that all gonna go down? Because either side could go, yeah, I'm getting arrested, and it's like whatever side they're trying to rile up will start acting up. But it very well could have just been look at him, he's such a bad guy, and everyone just kind of shrugs their shoulders and walks away.
I think
Like-
the reason they're indicting him is very stupid.
Yeah, if you want to indict him for something substantial, don't do
The
"He
riots,
slept
the stolen
slept with
documents.
a hooker. He paid a hooker. Look at him. That no one's gonna care. Oh, good heavens! He helped a sex worker with money.
Right. He's
Oh, no,
supporting sex workers.
I tipped a waitress or something one time. Oh,
Well,
bad guy.
Don't you know that the
Don't
worst
look at
thing
all
that you
this
can do?
misinformation that I'm shoveling out into the ether so that someone can pick up on it and destroy their life with it. Or someone
Aaron,
else's.
do you want to sleep with Stormy Daniels? Yes or no?
I mean, like, no, but like that's not. Stormy Daniels herself is cool. I just don't want to sleep with her.
Why do you think she's cool? What has she done instead? Besides sue Trump.
What has
Well,
she
I
done
mean,
for you
it's-
exactly?
Look, I haven't seen many videos, but like, she's definitely someone. That,
Many.
He hasn't seen many.
she's
He's
someone who
involved.
approaches the craft with like, enthusiasm. There's like a lot of banter. She's pretty funny. I fuck with a strong personality. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
Who's
I
your
kinda
favorite porn
forget.
star?
Oh
Yeah,
God,
he's
back when I
got
was
a
like
list of favorite
invested,
porn stars.
I wouldn't say
I also
list.
have a list. Do you want to compare?
Okay,
Sure.
but when you say you have a list, I'm 100% certain you're like, yeah, her tits are big, she's good in bed, she's hot and stuff. Aaron will go, yeah, she's really good within the settings that the director has portrayed her in. And not to mention, when it comes to being involved within the sexual relationship, she really sells that she is in fact on the cusp of orgasm. He takes the idea of pornography and turns it into an art.
You fucking called me out. Yes. It's like literally like, what does she sound like when she's getting her face fucked and how big are her tits? Okay, she's my favorite.
So when you say your favorite, it's just gonna be a list of yeah, she's hot, yeah, she's hot, yeah, she's hot. He's gonna have an entire IMDb profile for
Look.
every single porn actor. He's
What-
come up
what
to
is
me.
I just want to be
Let Aaron spit.
invested,
Let him defend
okay?
himself.
Just
Go get
saying,
it, Aaron.
man.
Go get it.
Go get the list. Go get it.
I
Pick
don't
it up.
know.
I know you've got it hanging in your room.
I've always been
Actually,
a
you
fan
just
of.
moved, so it might be in a bar.
Yeah, here, wait, just give me like a second.
Ruffles through papers.
All right. So here's my list. Just gotta get all the dust off.
Gotta get all the off.
Oh, is that why all these pages are sticking together? Fuck.
Editor's
Oh.
note: put a counter on screen for how many times I've said the word
That's another
yeah,
part right there.
counter.
counter.
Counter. I've always been a fan of like Midna Ash. I think she does good stuff.
Never heard of her.
Dude.
Only one thing you gotta Google her.
Yeah,
Okay,
Midna
hold
Ash
on.
is great. She does like cosplay and stuff. Like,
Midna is unironically 30 pounds of pussy and ass.
wait,
What?
I'm sorry. Does it say that?
No, have you?
I
Have
was
you
like,
not seen? Hold on, I'm starting up the watch party. Oh, I hope Craig records this.
yeah, come on, Craig. Dude. You gotta do something.
Put a staple in the porn star thing for this. Hold on. This is not gonna. It's gonna be like this is blocked content.
Don't block my content. That would be kind of a fun thing to do with our viewers. Like,
I plan on opening up this Discord eventually for him.
yeah, we could watch movies with him.
Where does he start? Yeah.
That's not even artists.
Okay, ready?
Midna is unironically 40 pounds of pussy and ass. He's just floating drumsticks with a smug single fang grin. Not even artists exaggerating.
You're kidding.
Thighs and belly.
Oh,
She's
She's a light bulb. What the fuck?
Bro, what the fuck is Dagoth saying?
He's spitting some
Okay, so-
wild facts right there.
Oh, Midna Ash is kind of bad.
I'm telling you, she does cosplay. She's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at her cosplay. Midna Ash kind of bad. Hold on.
She's funny. Like, she has a lot of fan interaction kind of stuff. Like, you guys,
I
put,
hooked up with a girl in
Anthony over here.
Arizona who kind of looks like this.
that's pretty cool, bro.
I dated her for the month I was in there. Bunny, if you're out there and listening, I'm still madly in love with you.
Yeah,
If you out
the
there
only
listening, Bunny.
Come be Mrs.
That was
Bones.
the reason you broke up.
Tell her the okay, look. I'll
Yeah.
make my confession here. The reason we broke up is because I'm gay, all right?
Well, you know,
He just didn't
Sometimes
know how to
that-
let you know without like you tearing apart the friendship or something.
You disgusted me completely on an emotional and physical level.
mostly physical, but
No, that's too personal. I shouldn't even brought that up. That's not.
I was
That's like
gonna
too
say,
personal.
that's
to
really
just out
fucked
on the
up.
podcast like that. I can't. I don't even. I only brought it up because we're just three dudes on a couch.
Just
Yeah,
three
it's
dudes
okay,
on
you
a
can
couch.
edit it.
Four if you include Craig.
yeah, Craig.
No, Craig's
you know,
a bear. See,
Craig's not allowed on the couch. We remember what
yeah, because
happened.
he's
last-
constipated. He's backed
He's on his
up.
hands and knees in front of us, and we got our legs resting on him.
Oh,
See, back
Craig,
where
you're
you
doing
belong,
such a
Craig.
great job right now. Just don't
We
start
pay him
moving
for
too much.
that.
Yeah,
Let me end this watch together.
it's
Terrible experience.
Fuck. Am I
Midna is unironically 40 pounds of pussy and ass.
She's delightful.
He starts getting mad and he's like, Nintendo knew what the fuck they were doing when they designed her, sitting on top of Link, rubbing her bare pussy all over his back.
God.
No.
Takes us a left turn because the whole first part of the video is kill Argonians, behead Argonians, stomp an Argonian baby, throw Argonians in a deep fryer, cook Argonians in a wok, report Argonians to the IRS, and then it just gets silent and he's like,
Imp Midna is unironically 40 pounds of pussy and ass.
You know, it's like one obsession just bleeds into the other, you know?
That is really what it is. You get on this little track and you start gaining a ton of momentum. You don't really know where you are, but you just know that you're passionate. Of
he's
this
just pure passion. That's a good way to describe Dagoth. He
So
is
when
just pure passion.
he hits the bridge, goes from Argonian racism into Midna obsession, and he's just like, I'm just gonna rip
That's
it.
the
I'm
name of
already-
this episode.
Midna obsession.
Season 2, Episode 1, Imp Midna is unironically 40 pounds of pussy and ass. That is the episode name.
Really coming out the gate swinging.
Oh,
Imp Midna's cool.
yeah. Of course, we come out the gate swinging. This is SLOP, the most serious podcast that has ever existed.
Yeah, that's
The
what
S
SLOP
and
stands
SLOP
for.
stands for serious.
Yeah. Serious, let's offer
a
a podcast.
Yeah.
Serious. I like your names better.
SLOP's
No,
gonna be
did I ever explain
Probably.
to you like what the whole joke of the name is?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I understand it because there are like 1,000 games that are called Souls
Yeah,
like. And
It's we're making fun of journalists pretty much.
Yeah, all the journalists are like, it's like Dark Souls.
Yeah,
No,
literally that. Yeah,
there's-
it's making
there's
fun
like
of journalists.
17 games that are like Dark Souls that came out around the same time, if not before Dark Souls. Dark Souls is just its own game. Holy
Like-
shit, I just had a brain fart. Is Dark Souls the name of... Yeah, it is?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
Help!
Dark Souls. That's what the game is called, Isaac.
Cool, okay. Sorry, I almost Mandela affected myself into thinking it was named something
Now
else.
they say Soulsborne because Bloodborne.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Soulsborne like.
Which is weird because it's like, yeah, Dark Souls, Bloodborne have similar DNA, but like
Bloodborne is just Dark Souls without a shield and fast.
Yeah, and a gun. I love
Yeah,
guns.
They're good. Yeah, the guns
I love
rock.
when the
The gun
guns are
the gun
good.
is your shield.
Yeah,
It is.
this
They make
Bury
There's-
this, you filthy casual. Then you
There's a
shoot.
shield in the game, and in its description, it makes fun of people who play Dark Souls using shields. It says something like, shields are nice unless they imbue passivity within the user. So it's like you're a pussy if you use this.
It's like if you're not running at the other person with that shield, you're just standing back waiting for something to happen. You're kind of crazy. You're kind of a little baby.
Give so many
I
options.
always right.
Exactly.
I have one hand has fireballs in it, and then I just will take that one hand to grab my two-handed sword when I'm not throwing fireballs.
My hands are just always occupied with this giant thing that I'm gonna put through your skull. No time for shields.
And if I don't have a fireball in my other hand, I'm dual wielding great swords.
Exactly.
Big hammer.
Dual wielding great swords all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that Dark Souls actually let you like dual wield great swords.
Okay, in Dark Souls 1, it didn't actually work, but that's one of the reasons why Dark Souls 2 is so much better, because they introduced this thing called power stancing, where if you have double the stat requirements of a weapon and like the dexterity and a half requirements for a weapon, you can hold down the weapon swap button and you get into a stance where your attack just becomes you swinging both of the weapons at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can legitimately dual wield great swords in Dark Souls 2. They do it in Elden Rings too.
Oh, freaking insane. Imagine if they never did that. They wouldn't have gotten the recognition that they get today.
Dark Souls 2 added so much to that series, and people sleep on Dark Souls 2 because it's not Dark Souls 1.
Yeah. But is that which Dark Souls game had the funny cone helmet where you hit the ladder 1,000 times?
That's Bloodborne.
Yeah. It's not even a Dark Souls game. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's Bloodborne. That's the Executioner's helmet. It's like one of my favorite pieces of equipment in any game.
It would be.
It's so fucking stupid. I love underneath the helmet, your whole face is covered in cloth. So also you can't see through the metal helmet, and then you can't see through the cloth that's covering your head. It's like you're double blinded by that helmet.
Take off the helmet and you've got the cloth on your face.
Yeah.
You're
You're still just as unable to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure the fuck do. That's the thing about them, is they can't see, but it doesn't matter because they're just hitting R1 over and over and over and over again in every direction. So they're gonna get you eventually.
Something.
Yeah, I'm hitting something. I'm executing.
I'm killing.
I'm executing an attack. You unironically just were accurate to Bloodborne lore by saying I'm going on a frenzy, because the executioners are most susceptible to frenzying out of any of the Bloodborne factions because of how much blood they're constantly covered in.
Sure, I'd hope they would. God, imagine being named after a thing that just kills, and you're like, yeah, I'm good for not killing today, I think.
Their signature weapon is just a big wheel.
Yeah.
It's called the Ligarius wheel, and its sole purpose is to smash stuff into paste. You meet this dude Alfred. He's an executioner, and he's super nice and polite. And then you're like, "Hey, do you want to go to Canehurst Castle?" And he's like, "Oh boy, do I!" And then when you get to the end of Canehurst Castle, he's sitting there with his arms straight up in the air, holding this big ass wheel, talking about how he just smashed the Queen of Canehurst into a bloody pulp. And when you walk forward a little bit, there's just red mashed potatoes on the ground.
It's awesome.
Yeah. The Ligarius wheel rocks.
It really,
I love Alfred.
In my nightmares. So many of those weapons are just Grievous torture devices.
Oh yeah,
that's what they're for.
Exactly.
They're the entire purpose.
Look at this thing, Isaac.
Okay.
Look at this.
I hear you typing. I know you don't have it ready. I know.
I see you subtly adding that OnlyFans link into the chat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never.
Look at these things. They're awesome.
Yeah, they rock. The Ligarius wheel is my favorite weapon in that game. It's either the Ligarius wheel or Ludwig's Holy Moonlight Greatsword. That's him smashing her to a pulp. That's him doing it. Yeah,
him actually doing it. in real
He's
time.
just sitting there picking it up and slamming it down, and he's like, I smashed her, I smashed her, I smashed her, I pulverized her into a
Which
bloody
does
pink
beg the
mess.
question: is the Ligarius motorcycle a real thing? Like, can you use?
That's
it
what
to
General
load up and
Grievous
stuff?
drives.
That is, I know.
Yeah, put some
It's
legs
kind of
on it.
bad,
That's Grievous's vehicle.
It
That's
really is.
Grievous's little speed demon.
We gotta stop. We're gonna get copyright struck.
You're right.
They're gonna come for us.
This is going on the YouTubers, and they're gonna go, that's a Sky Stars, and then they're gonna shoot us in the legs.
Well, then
Since
we
you
just
said it OnlyFans link, I want to bring an idea up to you guys. What do you
Okay.
think about SLOP OnlyFans, where I collab with other YouTube
Okay, that sounds like it'd be funny.
and then I fuck them and put it up on OnlyFans?
I mean, look, I'm not gonna stop you from achieving your dreams as long as you do it ethically.
I feel
This is just my elaborate plan to have sex with Amaranth.
Amaranth, come on the
if
podcast.
you say it out loud at the start, and then she
I'm
comes and
prepared.
listens to the
Amaranth,
Slop podcast.
Amaranth, you're beautiful. I think you're funny. I'm a tier 1 sub. I would love to collab with you on the SLOP OnlyFans sometime.
Are you actually
He is a
sub to
turbo
Amaranth?
sim. Yes.
Yes.
My
tier 1
entire-
sub.
He is so Amaranth ridden. My entire
I'm Amaranth
exposure,
killed, bud.
my entire exposure to Amaranth has been subtle second rate radiation off of him, and I'm like 2 inches away from becoming a sub myself, which is just goes to show how much Trey is into Amaranth. He will get other people to sub to her by going, I love her so much, I love her so much, and you just think, oh yeah, I love her too.
I mean,
He's been having really crazy issues with this dude, like, stalking her house.
Yeah,
whoa.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
And the worst thing is, like, this guy isn't just some little NPC. He is an actual freak. Like, he looks like he would bust open a window to
He
unlock
looks like
it.
he's gonna saw off her head with a butter knife.
Yeah, and just like hanging up in his room and it's just like, dude, can somebody just put this guy down for a little bit? Just
Shoot him with an elephant tranquilizer. Let him wake up in a couple of days. That dude needs to sleep. That is a man who does not sleep. He is
He
up
does
all
not.
nights thinking about Amaranth. And like me too, but at least I can get a couple of fucking winks in.
But like for you, she's this beautiful little angel that brings you down into bed and then you go to sleep. He's like haunted by her. She's in every corner of the room. He's in.
You see
She is,
shadows of her running around in the corner of his eye.
she's in his peripherals, and when he goes to check, there's nothing there. And then he's like, "I know you're there, Amaranth. I'm gonna get some."
He's just trying to beat his demons.
He's trying to overcome his fucking traumas.
That dude is wild. I could never like imagine stalking somebody. Have you ever been stalked? I've been stalked before.
I
Have
don't
you?
think I've ever been stalked.
It's-
I feel like
it's
nobody
really
would ever
scary.
stalk me.
It's
Like-
really scary.
Like you said, I'm California. I'll go on a walk like down this. Do you remember when I showed you where I walk, and I go on this like small strip of canal?
Yeah, it's just like a circle around your house.
Yeah, I'll do it at like 2 in the
I
morning.
remember there was 4 of us and we were walking like perpendicular shoulder to shoulder and we were like, if somebody walks down this fucking street right now, they are going to turn around. These are
They
like
are
the
going to
4
run
biggest
away.
dudes in Arizona right now walking together.
I know, and so I'll just walk down that, and
I
I've
was playing
actually
death metal
seen
out of my
people-
phone.
I've
Oh,
seen
just a couple
people
of
like
bad guys.
look at me and double take. Like a guy walked out from this little alleyway. He saw me and he like hugged the wall to not run into me. And I feel like what happened.
I'll finish that thought. We gotta stop recording. I don't have enough footage for this. We're almost at 2 hours.
Are we almost at 2 hours already?
Yeah, we're almost at. We started at 2:42. We're
That's kind of awesome.
we're
Oh
almost
my
at
God.
2 hours.
Well,
Finish
then-
your story, and we gotta end this.
But yeah, so basically on my walk, I think I just got really mad because I was listening to like some death metal or something. And so I see someone coming down and I'm like, I hope they start something. So I start flexing up my arms and I find
Fuck
that
it.
my
Let's keep
hands-
going. We can I can make a couple episodes out of it. We'll end organically. Fuck it.
I find
Howard-
that my hands can't stop like trying to turn into a fist or something. So it's weird. It's kind of like I'm trying to claw up my hands a little bit because I don't want fists, but I also can't leave them out. So they're just like flexing constantly, and I'm like, why am I so mad? So then as I'm walking, all like 3 different guys, one of them even just stops, turns around, walks the other way, and I'm like, am I scary looking? And then
Yes, you are scary looking.
at like 2 in the morning, there's this entire group of girls that I end up walking behind because they just end up walking in front of me. And the first thing I think is, I hope nobody calls the cops on me. I was going that way already. So luckily, they were going slow enough that I ended up catching up to them. So I stepped into the road to go around them, which was pretty cool because cars would go right next to me. I love cars going fast, man, especially right next to me. But they kept giving me a wide berth, like if they hit me, they would explode or something. I don't just run me over.
Dude,
See what
hitting you with the car would be like hitting a moose. Like, your
Probably.
car is fucked. It's a new car at that point.
I'll bounce around a little bit, get back up, point at you really hard. Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Hey, sir, sir.
Sir, are you
Dude,
all right?
I've been hit by 3 different cars and none of them ever stop. They just drive off really quick.
Oh, of course
That's
they
'cause
fucking do.
They don't want to get like caught in that, so they'll prefer like maybe getting a hit and run versus actually just getting the charge of hitting someone.
Oh, there is this. Can I tell this story? Fuck it, I'll tell this story. If I decide
We've
not to, I'll
told
just
a
edit
lot of
this out.
stories.
Yeah, I was in a polyamorous relationship for a couple of months with a goth girl.
Yeah.
And sorry, Carlos, I'll bleep your name out. And the other
Sorry,
dude, yeah, the other dude, Carlos, he got arrested for a hit and run. And while he was in jail waiting for court, I was just in his house fucking his girlfriend, our girlfriend.
Wow.
She had me
What?
come over because she was really sad about it, and then we just had sex all weekend.
Okay, but
Yep.
it's not like he's using the place anyway, right?
Yeah.
Those are my exact words to myself. It's like, well, I mean, it's not like he's sleeping in this bed.
Did you leave the place in like a mess when you left when you were
No,
done?
no. I left
Then
their
you
house
were-
better
you were
looking
good-
than before
Then
it
you were
looked
a
when I got
good
there.
house guest. There is no like guilt in it. You showed up, lived
I was
in it,
keeping our
kept it.
girlfriend warm for him.
Yeah, keeping her warm for you. When you get back, she's ready to go, revved up, ready to fire.
I was just edging her all weekend for him.
Babe, you can't come yet. When he gets out of court.
Wait. Oh, wait.
What? What is it this time?
Hold on. How long? Craig, make up your mind. How long have we been recording, Craig?
Craig,
Now,
are you?
Craig's having some issues. At first he said 2 hours. Now he's only saying an hour. Now he says we started at 3:01.
He's reconnecting. Give him a second.
Man.
Did it say the longest he can go?
It's 6
For-
hours.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Craig will be fine.
Better.
But
We have a
also,
strict
I'll just say
policy.
that because I'm so freaking strong and everything. And so when things go bad, I'm like, no, I thought it would be good.
Craig's strong, holding up all of our legs on his back like this.
Yeah, what a guy.
Yeah.
I keep stepping on him, trying to get him to fall over, and he just won't.
He's bleeding out of his little finger right there. You like crushed his nail off.
Dude, not cool. Do you know
Did
how
you guys watch the
expensive
new
it is?
Wendigo video?
Which one?
The fucking the nuclear man.
Oh, no. The last one I watched was the one on
Oh
Steam.
my dude, that was crazy. This dude got shot with like a neuron ray, and he got exposed to 80,000 units of radiation, which is like 800 times more than the lethal dose. And then he survived for 80 days in the hospital.
83, actually.
Oh, he did watch it.
Like, survived, like...
He survived like he was alive. Like he was.
Yeah, he was rolling
like,
around in it.
Pain? Was
After
he, like,
a certain-
fucking melting?
No, he went like a week where he was just like, yeah, he's got some swelling on his hands, and the nurses were like, it just kind of looks like sunburn. But then like a week and a half in, his skin started falling off.
Oh my
So
god.
they were like rapidly doing skin grafts on him, and like his chromosomes like completely and utterly broke down, so he had no immune system. He had no white blood cells.
Imagine kind of like looking at a ghoul from the Fallout series, but like they're not just okay with being a pseudo.
Yeah, he like began the process to ghoulification. Like it was insane.
He went
There were
beyond
some
ghoulification.
there were some pictures that Wendigoon was like, these are too graphic to put up, and I looked them up, and it was just like he had flesh falling off of him on the pounds, where it was just like it looked like chicken skin, the skin of like fried chicken, just laying on a ground.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was like slopping off of him. They had to stop bathing him because when they would like brush his feet or something, the skin on his feet would just fall off.
Yeah.
And the thing with like radiation is when you get radiation sickness, the treatment for it is just waiting it out, just letting your body purge it and just waiting.
Yeah.
But when he got exposed to that much, it's in him. His chromosomes broke down. The blueprint for his body was gone. He had no chromosomes.
Know how to make itself again.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of it.
And when it's like, since people with like radiation sickness, they can't really make new blood and they can't really heal from wounds at the time because their body's breaking down. Yeah. So if they like get like a paper cut, they'll bleed to death. So they couldn't like give him surgery for all of the like internal stuff he was having because once he starts bleeding, that's it. It's over. He's dead.
Yeah.
So they kept giving him like fucking skin grafts and his body was rejecting it. And they were like, well, at the very least, we're bandaging him up pretty much with skin. So they would give him a skin graft on his whole body and they would let it sit for like 3-4 days and then it would reject and they'd give him another skin graft, wait 3 days, give him another one. They kept doing like chromosome transfusions with his sister. So he had a bunch of like female chromosomes in his body and then his body would reject those and break them down and then they'd do it again. And it was crazy. Eventually, he was just, it's like literally the most horrifying like death I've ever heard about. And I've heard and seen some pretty fucked up ones. And that's just like, what the fuck? Like the pain. I couldn't even imagine the pain he was going through.
A lot of the like deaths that have been horrible are just like so fast that you'd expect it to be okay because it's like you don't feel anything. 83 days of your body literally falling apart.
Imagine like being conscious as a zombie, Aaron.
Yeah.
I don't.
Where you're like rotting away and you're feeling every bit of it inside and out.
Kind of like super leprosy when you think about it.
Kind of, yeah.
Except the thing about leprosy is your nerves also die, so you don't feel it. His nerves are alive.
They had to like have him on a breathing machine because it hurt for him to breathe so much that he just couldn't do it naturally, or at least enough. So they had this machine on him that was forcing air down into his lungs and then sucking it out and then forcing it back down.
Yeah.
It's just illegal torture. Oh no.
I mean, it's not legal torture. They're trying to save him.
They're trying to save him, and it was never hopeless until like 2 days before he died. There was always like there's like a 0.1% chance that we can save him. And doctors have that Hippocratic oath.
Yeah,
but they have that oath where it's like if I can save this person, I have to do everything I can.
That's just.
And there was like a point where he was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to stop. And they were like, think of your family. And then he was like, you're right. I have a beautiful wife and kids who I love and I want to be there for her. So there is like some level where I'm sure like day 50 and onward, he was like, God, I wish I would just fucking die. And it gets to a point where he can't even communicate that anymore.
Yeah, he won't even talk because it's so impossible for him to move or do anything because it's so painful.
He was real life Joshua Graham. He was real life Burned Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy. The fact that he even survived that much radiation for that long is incredible.
Yeah, that's some real Iron Man
he had
shit.
80,000. At like 5,000, most people are just dead. It's over for you. You're dead at 5,000. He had 80,000. The lethal level of radiation is 800.
And it's built different.
Yeah.
That's a pure Constitution build.
Yeah. he lasted
26
for
like Constitution.
Hell yeah.
He had like rapid health regeneration and then just also a massive health pool.
And it still did him in. Ugh.
He didn't even. They let him. They took him off the medicines. It got to a point where it was like, we're pretty sure the only reason he's still alive is because we have like an elephant's dose level of medicine that's organically pumping his heart.
Which,
And then
really at that point, it's not really living anymore.
That's what they were like. Is like it's just like we're marionetting him. So they came to his family. They explained everything to him, and they were like, we're pretty sure the only reason he's alive right now is because his heart's still beating because of all this medicine we have. We'd like to, because they kept having to increase the dosage of his medicine like every day. So they're like, we don't think it's like moral to do this anymore because we don't think we can save him anymore. We think the only little options and choices that we had are now gone. And we just would stop increasing the dosage. And his family was like, we understand. And then he died the next day. So it was like the medicine was the only thing keeping him alive after a certain point. He had he went into cardiac arrest, and that's when he stopped being conscious. He wouldn't respond to stimuli anymore. So it's like, okay, once your brain's gone, what's even the point, really? Honestly, when it's just like I'm a body. That's I've always been on where if I'm in a coma and I'm asleep, leave me alive forever. Just let me sleep.
Yeah.
But if I'm aware in a vegetable state, you come put a bullet in my head.
Yeah, I can't imagine perceiving without being able to do things.
And then you take it to his extent where it's like he's in the most unimaginable, excruciating pain and he can't even emote to it.
Yeah.
He just has to sit there and scream in his head.
Dude.
I
have no mouth and I must scream.
I was about to say.
That's literally an entire horror genre of not being able to tell people that you're in pain because you just can't.
That's the ending of I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah.
They get turned into a little slug monster, and every second of their existence is agony, but they can't scream because they don't have a mouth, and they just sit there and suffer. It's terrible.
No release. Speaking of release, I have to let my dog out of my room. Give me a second.
He's gonna go jack off to that OnlyFans link he sent.
Yeah, I need a.
No, he's gonna go jack off to I have no mouth and I'm
to cope.
There's a dude and I have no mouth and I must scream. He was a gay soldier and he liked to fuck a lot. So then the computer AM gave him a 20-foot long dick that he had to drag around with him.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, it's a crazy series. It was written by an actual psychopath.
Oh, really? Who else could have possibly thought of being turned into a little slug monster without a mouth?
H.P. Lovecraft.
Wasn't he also a psychopath?
He was just edgy. I legitimately don't think. Woo! Okay, so the thing about H.P. Lovecraft that I've kind of come to the conclusion on is a lot of the stuff he says would very obviously clearly label him as a racist and an anti-Semite. But I've read some stuff about him where it was he was a very private person and he just generally just hated people bothering him and hated people being around him. He was kind of a shut-in. I think he was just the early edgelord and just said shit that he knew would keep people away from him.
No, wait, but for real, there's a reason that H.P. Lovecraft is a patron saint of some of these incels. He really just
right.
It wasn't until
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's there's evidence toward the end of his life that he started to reject some of the thoughts that he had. Where
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
He was coming to the end of his run and he's trying to pull out.
Yeah. He realized okay, I actually want people around me. I don't want anybody to not come to my funeral. So he just stopped and was not a dickhead. I think he was just the early edgelord.
Yeah. H.P. Lovecraft was terminally online before it was a thing.
Because dude's cat was just straight up named.
Never mind. Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do? You gonna say that, huh? You gonna say it?
His cat. You all can look that up, viewer. Go to
all the
Google.com and type in the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat, and then come back to his. But yeah, his cat was straight up named that, and like, what did he say? Nautical looking Negroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what does that mean, Lovecraft? What is a nautical looking Negro?
It's just
I'm black, by the way. I can say Negro.
It's a mermaid. It's the newest Disney Little Mermaid.
Ariel in blackface.
Oh my god, that reminds me. It's so funny. Trey, have you heard that the newest Little Mermaid can't swim?
What?
Yeah, the actress that they got to play the Little Mermaid, like skin color and everything aside, she doesn't know how to swim. She can't swim.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
I don't care.
I never cared. I love Disney movies. I got really, really big on them in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
I love Disney movies. But I gotta say, I've never been a big fan of the live-action Disney movies. I think they're all poopy dog water.
Well, that's because they are. You're not going to believe this. Because...
Don't they, thank a Chinese, Taiwanese concentration camp in the credits for the Mulan movie?
I'm sorry, what?
No, yeah, that ain't real.
The credits for the Mulan. Okay, so you know how China hates Taiwan, right? And they're like, they aren't people, they're just Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay, so China has concentration camps that, like, convinces the Taiwanese that they're Chinese, to put it nicely.
It's effectively propaganda to swap their nationality.
And in the credits for Mulan, they thank one of those concentration camps, and like the special thanks, the name of that concentration camp is in it.
No.
Yes,
that's a real thing.
Yes, that's real. Yes. That's
wow.
Real. Yes. Editor's note: put a picture of those credits up here.
They just boldly put that at the end of their movie. They don't care.
China is openly racist. Did you know that in the Star Wars, The Force Awakens, in the new Star Wars films, all 3 of them, and all of the Chinese posters for those movies, they take Finn out of it. He's edited out of the posters because they just are openly racist and don't care.
They're afraid that if they see like Finn's big old arms and burly build that they'll be like,
he's gonna scare all the Chinese back into their place.
He's gonna make all the Chinese horny.
He's gonna go, hello, I am a black man, and they're gonna go, oh, good Finn, so good, and then they bust in their chairs.
I've heard that Japan is racist, but it's actually like in a funny, uneducated way. Where like, if I went to Japan, and walked down the street, I would probably be asked to star in porn like 50 different times, just because I'm black. Or like,
possible.
Japanese people will come up to black people and offer them watermelon because they genuinely think that like that's their favorite food.
Well, that's the funny thing about like,
it's like cute racism. It's wholesome racism.
Adorable racism.
The way that they view stereotypes is they just assume that when you tell them this is what it is, why would you lie to them? So like when KFC went over to Japan and told them this is what Americans eat for Christmas, always get Kentucky Fried Chicken on Christmas.
They fucking got him so bad with that.
Good.
He got him so.
Now the Japanese, whether they're over here or back in Japan, they'll be like, "It's Christmas."
KFC is just part of Japanese culture now. They got him.
Yes, they've inserted themselves in.
Have you ever seen that video where a Japanese businessman is walking down? It's an ad for like a girls' bar in Japan. It's a TikTok ad for a girls' bar in Japan. And a Japanese businessman is walking down the street, and these really cute Japanese girls are like, Sir, would you like to come spend time with us? It's only like 1,000 yen an hour. And he's like, sorry, too busy. And then she goes, G cup, and he turns around real hard.
He doesn't even stop walking. He just spins and starts walking the other direction, like towards them. Holy shit!
I've seen an edit where it's that, but then she says "chicks with dicks."
Yes, that's the one I've seen.
That's a perfect meme format.
The original is her saying "G cup."
I don't care what the original is, just him going, no, I don't want to talk to women, and then they throw something at him, and he just,
he 180, 360s on the spot.
It's like the meme edit where they said they made Tornado from One Punch Man scream, "Genos, if you get back up, I'll sit on your face," and then he
Bro!
just explodes, stands up.
I'm about to out my friend real quick. I have a friend who only he doesn't watch or read anime. He just reads wikis and shit and thinks that I'm outing you. You know who you are listening. I'm not gonna say your name and embarrass you because I keep trying to get you into the bone zone, but you know who you are listening. He doesn't watch animes and reads manga. He just reads wikis and watches YouTube videos, and he's like, I understand everything about this. He thought that was real. And I had literally just been reading One Punch Man, and I had read that part a couple days ago. And
No,
that's not even kind of what she says. And he thought that was real, and I was like, "Bud, that's a meme." And he's like,
In
"Oh,
fact, if I'm remembering the fight correctly, those are two completely different scenes.
no,
where,
it's the same scene." She just
Is
she just says Genos, and then he shoots up out of the ground.
because I'm pretty sure that's what was
rest
she
was
there
implied.
fighting the giant centipede?
She was there
what's his name?
fighting. She's the one who killed the giant centipede.
No, that was One Punch Man. Remember?
Oh yeah. But she's there for that scene, and she just says his name. That's it, and then he shoots up out of the ground.
Genos is so cool, and I hate that he has to kind of suck sometimes because if he doesn't, the whole joke kind of falls flat. But I want to.
I really appreciate how that manga is paced. It's supposed to be a parody, but there are still anime warriors in it who have to do their anime warrior fights before Saitama shows up.
Yeah, I like
Because the whole fight is just everybody looking at their wrist waiting for him to get there pretty much.
yeah, basically. Have you
And
seen
he's
how they
Go ahead.
dealt with Saitama in one of the anime fight games where you
yeah,
can
if
put
he's
him
on your
team?
team, there's a timer that's him running there.
Yeah, you just have 3 minutes until Saitama shows up. If you beat the other two teammates before he shows up, you win because Saitama never showed, so you can run away
Yeah.
from the fight. But if he does, he literally takes point
No
one. He takes
damage.
hip damage from not
And-
blocking.
He just walks up to you and backhands you, and they're dead.
Yeah, a one hit and you will go down. So he kind of just wins, which is really funny because when you put Saitama v Saitama, it's the same rules, except both of them will take 0 damage. So it's actually just, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna hit, and they start just hitting each other really fast, really hard, as fast as they can. First one to get a hit in wins because
Hold
now
on.
you have Saitama up.
Hold on, Aaron. Look.
That's fucking glorious.
Yeah, it's
love
really
that.
good. It's not like the game itself is a parody of fighting games in the way that the manga is a parody of mangas of that genre. Because he exists like that, it could never work as a fighting game.
Yeah.
But the fighting characters that you can play as, they're actually pretty well teched out.
Yeah.
But then it's I'm gonna make this meaningless by picking one of the tanky guys, just blocking the whole time and waiting for Saitama to show up.
Okay, look.
For those of you who can't see, we're watching the clip
Okay,
right
so
now.
do you see the little camera on the side that says him running there?
Yeah.
That's how long you have until you can play as him. So if you don't have Saitama, you essentially have 2.5 minutes to win the fight before you lose.
I'm pretty sure there's also a mechanic that you can use that allows you to get him a little sooner. Because I could swear that one of the times
there's
I've watched
stuff
it
that you
happen.
can use to get him sooner, and there's stuff that you can use to delay his time. You can put obstacles in front of him. You can distract him with flyers for food half off and stuff. And
Yeah,
then
I mean-
then when he gets there, it's a wrap. He just smacks him. And see, when he's fighting himself, it doesn't do anything. But then he's just gonna come up and just fucking bop this dude.
just looks so
Or he's not.
unenthusiastic. It's just whatever.
See, that's
Yeah.
supposed to be a super move right there, where he counters you.
And it's nope.
But Saitama doesn't even care.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
taking any damage.
See, that's a
Boom.
there it goes.
Done.
Done.
One of my favorite things in One Punch Man is when somebody's talking mad shit to him, and then he just turns around and goes to punch him and gets his fist an inch away from their face, and they're like, "Oh, I almost died."
Yeah,
I almost died, and there's nothing I could do about it.
dude. But you know what's kind of funny? Have you watched Death Battle at all?
I stopped watching those and taking them seriously after it was like Kirby could beat Shadow the Hedgehog.
Kirby's
were
a
you
god.
watching the DBXs? Because those fights they don't take very seriously. They just go, "Who would win? Let's see what's cooler, and then they do it. Versus like trying to do some.
I haven't even watched that channel since high school. I think I told YouTube to stop recommending it to me.
That's good. But I watched One Punch Man versus, get this, Popeye the Sailor Man.
Popeye clears.
Yeah, by
Popeye
a long
clears.
shot. He has
Popeye is a
two-
reality bender.
He has two instances where someone tried to erase him. The first time he got erased, then the lack of him existing decided, I'm going to eat spinach. And it ate spinach, and then he reappeared in reality. And then another time, God goes, I'm going to turn off the universe. Turns off the universe. Popeye's just there behind him. He's like, how are you still here? I eat me spinach. And then he beats up God.
If Popeye eats his spinach, he can bend reality.
The desire to eat spinach is stronger than death, apparently.
And he only uses his ability to polymorph, but there's like other shit that he like fucking projects pictures of battleships onto his biceps that then shoot you from his bicep. That's reality bending.
He's literally shadowboxed himself to the point of actually punching himself. So
Popeye beats the God Hand
at the same time. Not to
Popeye
mention,
fucking clears. He's too strong. There's the official Popeye Twitter page has been trying to start shit with other animes. He'll say shit like, "Who's this Deku feller?"
which is so absolutely funny because I'm certain that started up because someone was like, "Can Popeye beat like Goku?" Yeah, he can.
Yeah,
very
Popeye
easily.
Can clear. Popeye clears. The only way you can beat Popeye is if you get him before he gets his spinach.
And
but
even
he can
then,
flex his pecs. He like flexes pecs to break the spinach can that he has in his fucking overalls and then projectile it up and catch it into his mouth. He can like eat spinach when the only like part of his body that's available to move is his mouth.
Yeah. He'll eat it when he doesn't have a mouth. He'll eat it when he doesn't exist and then go, now I exist.
The only way to beat Popeye would be to like release a chemical into the air that only destroys spinach.
To put pesticides in the spinach and poison him. And even then, he'll probably go, this spinach is spicy, and then he punches you with, like,
yeah, he would, like, he still had the spinach in his stomach, so he would just burn the poison from his veins.
Like an extra seasoning, it's just, like, makes him a little redder, and he's like, oh, boy, I think a little more cut this time around. It's like, okay.
That's a good Popeye impression. Let's do that again.
Extra spicy.
He goes, hibbity, hibbity, hibbity. Better not talk shit, or he's gonna come and delete SLOP.
He won't delete SLOP. He's not a bully. He's actually an anti-bully.
He is. He beats up Bluto all the time because Bluto keeps trying to cuck him.
Yeah, he was so ugly upon his birth that his dad named him something awful, and then he got adopted by this other dude that taught him.
Is that real? Is that Popeye lore?
That's Popeye lore. That's Popeye lore. He was the ugliest baby on Earth in forever, and his father immediately hated him. But he got adopted by another guy that was like, no, this baby doesn't look too bad. That's how he got into the Navy, because his adoptive father was in the Navy. He was taught by his father to hate bullies, so he won't attack you unless you're being a bully. And then, like, he's essentially one of those guys that's gotten over his trauma and trying to do something good with it.
Also, went to therapy.
Yeah, Popeye went to therapy. Because he eats
you say he's a little homophobe?
No, what?
I thought that's what you added at the end, is that he's also a little homophobe.
No, he's also
homophobic. Just a little bit.
He probably is from that time period. He probably is.
No, but he was in the Navy. He can't be homophobic.
Popeye goes, he was in the Navy.
He's totally about it. But like,
he's just a bi king.
If you go back to that time period and ask that Popeye certain things, he will say some messed up things. Like,
he'll be like, them nautical-looking Negroes, hibbity, hibbity, hibbity.
Okay, maybe he'll say that.
He'll say that. He did some things with Native Americans. He did some things with the Japanese. If you think,
oh my god, yes.
like, he existed in a time period where Americans were racist to a specific race. He was a part of that at
Have
some
you ever
Have
point.
seen,
major beef with the Japanese.
Have you ever seen Bugs Bunny Nips the Nips?
Of course. I used to watch shit like that all the time.
What?
Yeah, there's a Bugs Bunny cartoon where he goes to Japan and it just escalates from there. Doesn't he get into a fight with a sumo wrestler?
Yeah, it's incredibly racist.
Of
What
course he
is? What is? Wait, time out. What is nips? Like,
It's a racist. It's a slur for Japanese people.
is
Yeah.
it actually?
Yes.
It's an expletive.
Expletive.
Like I might have to
love
censor that
expletives.
word.
You are absolutely going to have to censor that.
You have to censor it several times because we said it. It's the cum counter. It's the expletive counter.
You're the host. Put on Bugs Bunny Nips the Nips.
Oh, who's the host?
You.
Me?
Yeah. No, there we go.
Okay.
It.
Of course, it's not. It's not gonna let me play this. Yeah.
I really do love like the old fucking cartoons. Some of them
Isaac, have you ever seen? Have either of you? What's it called? The really racist Disney movie where there's a character in it named Tar Baby.
Oh, I mean,
No.
Song of the South. You've never seen Song of the South?
yeah, my mom used to love that movie.
What?
Yeah, my mom unironically loved.
My brother, my nigga, no way.
Yeah, my mom loves songs.
Time out. The only thing that's coming up when I look up Tar Baby is the story of Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby.
Well, that's where it comes
and it
from.
just
That's it. That's where it comes from. Tar Baby is a slur.
Yes,
whoa.
and the
Yeah.
Shush, holy shit.
That's the one where the dude goes zippity doo dah zippity day.
yeah,
Okay.
sings this
He's
funny
singing
little
about how
play
happy
song.
he is that he doesn't have to work.
Yeah,
And he's a black guy.
Shit.
yeah. What an image.
This is Disney licensing. Where's this in Kingdom Hearts, huh?
Yeah.
Where's my Disney Hearts?
When is
Tar
Sora
Baby
gonna hang
World?
out at the plantation? Meets my favorite characters.
Sora would see
and Huff
Sora
Bit.
would see Tar Baby and attack him because he would think he's a heartless.
No!
He would.
It's accurate. It's
He
more
would.
accurate.
He would.
It's so.
Is heartless a slur?
I mean,
now,
it is now.
Goofy, look, it's a bunch of heartless. Oh, Sora, I don't think that.
Oh, Sora, I don't want to commit a hate crime.
Sora, maybe not while the cameras are around.
Sora, they recorded you saying that. They're doxing you. They're canceling you on Twitter, Sora.
Daffy would just rip one out.
Yeah, have you seen fucking Daffy Duck's a Nazi, bro?
He just pointed
Donald, yeah.
the whole R, and everything.
Have you seen the Daffy Duck cartoon where he's a
I
Nazi?
know.
Where he
Yeah.
throws bombs.
No, that's what I'm basing it off of.
Yeah, Donald would. Donald's
Goofy's
never
like,
very
Goofy's like being careful about it, whether or not he is. At the very least, he's got like the tactfulness to not do it in public. And then like Sora just kind of unabashed. He's the cutesy, funny Japanese. Oh, so you do like here's watermelon? And it's like, no, that's a stereotype. Dead.
I had a teacher who showed me that. A teacher who showed me that Donald Duck cartoon and tried to say that it was anti-Nazi propaganda. And then I got in trouble. Yeah. He tried to say, he showed it to us and was like, it's educational. And he was like, this isn't a good example of anti-propaganda where it's using, like, it's almost like a fake out. And I was like, bro, like, it's got Nazi imagery in it. It's putting them on a pedestal. Like, it's giving them a platform. I don't care what kind of message it's trying to send. You don't give Nazis a platform. And I got suspended for that.
You got suspended for saying.
Yeah, for saying that.
Because like at the end of the short, he like wakes up from a dream. You find out it's all a dream, and he's living in like the most American jail kind of room where like his bed sheets are like the flag, and there's a Statue of Liberty in the corner.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I love America, and it's like you probably do the exact same things to everybody.
What kind of Daffy Duck? What kind of?
I don't know how to do a Donald Duck impression. Donald, by the way. Daffy is a completely
Yeah,
different
It's
character.
Donald.
I'm certain that both of them were Nazis at some point.
I mean,
Daffy Duck
Probably.
just goes, I smashed my penis in the car door.
you smashed your penis in the car door.
I love the parappa fucking edit of that.
So funny.
good.
But yeah,
Stop
Donald.
copying me, you little bastard. We're summoning bad vibes into this thing.
I mean, the cover of the movie shows Donald chucking a tomato at like Hitler's face. Also, if
Okay,
you play,
but
if
fucking
you no,
Walt
if you
Disney
play,
was a known
if you-
anti-Semite.
and if you play a whole movie, the guy going, "God, I love Hitler," and then at the very end he goes, "Psych." That's not very good.
It's still a whole
propaganda.
movie of saying
All
I
you-
love Hitler.
All you have to do is go up into the last minute, cut off the part where he says "psych," and boom, Nazi propaganda.
Do you wanna know some real good anti-Nazi propaganda?
Sure.
Fucking Elite Sniper 2, where you shoot Hitler in the nuts. That's some
Hell
good
yeah.
anti-Nazi propaganda. Wolfenstein 2,
You got
where
really
Hitler's
poised.
just fucking crazy.
Where Hitler's a
Wolfenstein
psychopath.
Wolfenstein does fuck. I like Wolfenstein 2, where you get funny robot legs, where you can become stilts, or like turn yourself into a little box to sneak into air vents. I
Yeah.
remember Skylar was playing that, and I got further in it than him, and he was really into it. And he said something about like realistic depictions and stuff, and I was like, "Bro, you get stilt legs. What are you talking about?" And he did not believe me. He was like convinced I was gaslighting him.
Yeah. But also, he is a little weak-willed, and so if he doesn't look at you in like through the scope that he is always trying to gaslight me, he's gonna fall apart really easily.
Yeah.
So it's
You either have to assume I'm always telling the truth or I'm always lying.
I know the difference because we're the same. We're the same person. I'm actually. Hi guys, I'm Trey. Also,
Yeah, you guys are just.
Did we tell Aaron about what we did in Heroes of the Storm the other day?
I'm pretty sure I told him at some point or another how we bullied a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You wanna
yeah,
tell
I
It
told him about
transcended
that.
beyond that.
Yeah,
Okay,
he kept
look,
going.
for context, sloppies, he was being homophobic. Like, he kept calling our friend a very bad word, and then when he got in the Discord, he kept saying he was refusing to talk to him because he was gay, and then he muted him and wouldn't address him. He had it coming, all right?
Yeah, the kid
You
kind of
gotta-
earned what he got, so I'm not entirely worried about the doing of it, but also
Yeah.
it was really funny when he comes in and he's like, "Y'all don't know, y'all are scared." And it's like, dude, you're goofy as hell.
We're
You're
laughing
literally
at you.
sitting up there screaming expletives, and you don't even know what you're saying.
Not
like-
only was he homophobic, he was also fat phobic because he kept telling me I was fat, which is wrong because I'm underweight.
You're literally anorexic. You're
Yeah.
falling apart at the
I'm-
seams.
I need to eat more.
hmm But
Okay, we do need to end this soon because it is up pushing 2 hours.
all right, well,
Yeah, I think Craig's back is probably bleeding a little bit too much. It's gonna get all.
It'll be 2 hours at 5:01, and we're 3 minutes off from that.
yeah. Oh well,
need a break,
I'm
bud?
pretty sure this is to all the sloppies and slopettes out there. Thanks again for showing up to see episode 1, season 2 of Slop. Really appreciate you showing up. Again.
Episode 2 will be out when we feel like it.
Yeah.
We're gonna try it. I want to do 2 a month, but we might do 1 a month. I would like to do one at the beginning of the month and the end of the month if possible, but we'll see.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird schedule, like one in the middle of the month and then maybe at the start or end. Because like if you do
Something
start
like
of the
that.
month and end of the month, they might go like, it's the 31st. Can't wait for this episode of Slop. It's the 1st of the next month. Where's the next episode of Slop? Don't get it twisted. I know you guys are kind of like really smart, but also kind of stupid sometimes. You guys
This
are
is gonna
fucking
Be a
crazy.
bitch to download. I told you Craig turns our voices into individual audio files.
Yeah,
when
but
it was
you
like-
that, and now
when
you're
it-
beating them up for it.
When it
Yeah.
was like 10 minutes of audio, it took 5 minutes to download. I'm excited to see how long 2 hours is going to be.
Hell
Well, the
yeah.
math is simple. 1 hour.
Yep. Okay, this is the end. I'm stopping the recording right now.